Hi everyone, this is Today in History. Today is Sunday, September the 8th, the 252nd day of 2024. There were 114 days left in the year. On this day in 1429, French heroine Joan of Arc, a peasant girl who believed she was acting under divine guidance, attempted to oust the Duke of Burgundy and take Paris for newly crowned King Charles VII. On this day in 1504, Michelangelo's The David was unveiled in the Piazza della Signoria in Florence. Considered a masterpiece, the sculpture is one of the defining works of the Renaissance. On this day in 1664, as part of the Anglo-Dutch Wars, the Duke of York, later James II, took the city of New Amsterdam, whose name was changed to New York. On this day in 1781, American troops commanded by General Nathanael Greene defeated British forces under Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Stewart in the Battle of Eutaw Springs during the American Revolution. On this day in 1925, British actor Peter Sellers, who portrayed an astonishing array of characters, but was perhaps best known as inept Inspector Jacques Clouseau in the Pink Panther films, was born. On this day in 1930, the American company 3M began marketing a transparent adhesive tape that later became known as Scotch tape. On this day in 1941, the German and Finnish armies began a siege of Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, Russia, which lasted for 872 days. On this day in 1945, at the end of World War II, the first U.S. troops entered the Korean peninsula south of the 38th parallel to receive the Japanese surrender. North of the parallel, Japanese troops surrendered to Soviet forces. On this day in 1960, the psychological thriller Psycho, directed by Alfred Hitchcock and was based on real-life serial killer Ed Gein, was released in American theaters. It became a classic, especially known for the scene in which Janet Leigh's character is murdered in the shower. On this day in 1966, the first episode of the Sci-Fi series Star Trek aired on American television. On this day in 1974, Richard Nixon, who had resigned the U.S. presidency on August 8, 1974, was pardoned by his successor, Gerald Ford. On this day in 1998, Mark McGwire of the St. Louis Cardinals broke Roger Maris's 1961 record for the most home runs in a regular professional baseball season by hitting his 62nd of the season. He finished the season with 700 home runs. On this day in 2003, German filmmaker Leni Riefenstahl, who is perhaps the finest and most influential female director of the 20th century, but her association with Adolf Hitler made her almost as reviled as admired, died at the age of 101. On this day in 2015, American comedian Stephen Colbert debuted as the host of The Late Show, replacing David Letterman. On this day in 2022, after more than 7 decades on the British throne, Elizabeth II died at the age of 96. Her eldest son became King Charles III. All right, everybody, that's it for today. Today is Sunday, September the 8th, the 252nd day of 2024. There are 114 days left in the year.